I'm Mulysa Mayhem, and I own Good Mojo Tattoos in Beverly, Massachusetts. We opened Good Mojo in December of 2009. Beverly was one of my chosen locations to open up a studio because it's so nice and quiet and beautiful and down the street from an art school and quaint. I've always loved Beverly. Beverly's always been sort of a little bit of a refuge from the wackiness of Salem. It's so beautiful here that I can walk outside of the shop and look down the street and see the ocean, and it's clean and beautiful. And I can just walk a couple of blocks down the street and I can get a slice of pizza, and I can go into a shop and just relax and get a cup of coffee. It has class, and I appreciate that. The name Good Mojo actually comes from, I used to always, and I still do, say, you know, when I do tattoos, I only want to do Good Mojo. I love when I connect with a client and we create Good Mojo. Mojo is, you know, it's like a little magical talisman or a bag specifically that like hoodoo and root workers make, so people have, you know, good luck, or they can attract prosperity and stuff. And I look at tattoos as being sort of those magical charms. Mulysa Mayhem was born, it was in 1987, maybe 1988, when I used to hang around in Harvard Square amongst a very diverse group of characters. And there was a girl that used to hang around called the Acid Fairy, who was tripping on LSD all the time. And me and my other friends would be hanging out, and she would go up and dub people with names. She would have like a little wand that she made and cellophane wings, and she'd dub everybody with these ridiculous names. And one day she came up to me and she said, "You are Mulysa Mayhem, ting!" And my friends and I were like, okay, sounds pretty good. I got into tattooing, it was about 1989, 1990. A friend of mine from Harvard Square was kind of picking on me because I graduated high school and I went to art school. And while I was in art school, I was working odd little part-time jobs, and I was working at a cart in downtown Boston and what used to be their outdoor marketplace. And my friend came up to me and he was joking around. He's like, "So, how's art school working out for you?" And I'm like, "Awesome, I sell hats." And he was like, "You know, I make money with art and I'm not even an artist." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" You know, he's got the thick sort of Revere Boston accent. So he said, "Why don't you put your art to work for you instead of waiting for it to be bought off a wall?" "All right, why? What are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm doing tattoos." I'd always had a fascination with them, but I'd never, you know, it was sort of a taboo, hidden, mysterious world of, you know, bikers and outlaws and stuff. And I knew a bunch of people who had them, and I knew all the punk rock kids had them, but those were all like stick and poke. I went over one night and saw him doing tattoos, and he said to me, "You know, I'll apprentice you if you really want to apply yourself to this." He goes, "But you're gonna have to dedicate your life to it." I'm like, I could do that. So I thought that I could go to art school and apprentice. No. It was like, my teachers all laughed at it. They scoffed at tattooing. They were like, "It's not an art." Then my house burned down, coincidentally, and I lost my education. I couldn't go back to school. I didn't have anything. So I left home, and with a bag of a couple of books and a couple of pairs of jeans and t-shirts that were donated to me, I moved in with my friend who was teaching me how to tattoo. And the rest is history.